So I think there's a chance we might actually have to pull the engine back out of the car slightly. Now, nothing's actually wrong, but the downpipe needs to be back yonder, and I don't know if it's gonna fit through all this. Maybe from the bottom side up, possibly. Now, thinking back, what I should have done, I should have just set that down inside there loosely to set it back there, put the engine in, then picked it up and bolted it up. I didn't think about that until last night, and then, well, it's too late now. So I'm gonna try and finesse it through either the top side here or the bottom side up, but if not, we're just gonna pull this out just a smidge. Not even like out of the car, just like from like there to like there, enough room, put the downpipe in, and then we're good to go. Oh yeah, it's just not much room back there, but I did get upper radiator hose, fits perfectly. The lower one is also right there, that's good to go. But yeah, we need a downpipe, so that'll be our first order of business for today. All right, so it's looking like if I remove the charge pipe here, I think we'll have enough room to fit the pipe down there, I think. Now there is a chance once it's down there, it might not have enough room to get past like the actual exhaust portion, but we'll see. Please let go, thank you. So we'll see once this is out of here, if we can get it out. And hopefully not dropping these bolts. Okay, so there's that. All right, so that's out of the way. Now, can we fit this in here? Very carefully to not scratch anything. Get past that and like sweep it around. Ooh, you're kind of stuck though. Welp, we're part of the way there. If I just get past the power steering rack, see if I can press up the heat shield a little bit. Maybe we can get it to pop through there. But even then, I don't know if, like, I'll show you up here. Even if that goes down, I don't know if this end's gonna fit like the angle properly, but I'm gonna give this a good try. And then if not, bottom side attempt. And if not, then we gotta pull this out just a little bit, which is gonna be annoying, but my mistake. All right, well, just as fast as a 1.8T went in, it's now coming back out slightly, doesn't fit underneath, doesn't fit on top. Learn from my mistake. Put your downpipe in first, which I don't understand why I didn't do that, because every other car we've done, the exhaust is always in there first, just waiting, and I just slipped my mind. I was excited to have this in the car, but learn from my mistakes. Make sure your exhaust is in prior to the engine being in, because you got to pull it back out again. But that's what it is. The metal's nice. So out, downpipe in, back in, and then we continue. All right, so with our engine moved back ever so slightly and tilted this way, we had plenty of space, and now our downpipe, well, it's way down there now, it fell over. Let me grab her real fast. Get back here. Get back here. Voila, there is our downpipe. So once the engine's back in, I will bolt this up, because I don't think the angles will be right to have it bolted to here and not hit the power steering rack. So I'll just have it set in place like so, push this back and then bolt it up, and we're good to go. Again, learn from my mistakes. Make sure your exhaust / downpipe, whatever it is in here first, then engine in. Otherwise, you have to do all this twice, but we got it. All right, so I haven't filmed anything in probably an hour and a half. I've been kind of out here just working, trying to get some things done. If you look, we have our downpipe bolted up back there. Now, it is kind of tight to the tunnel. I can't tell quite how tight it is. I know the top right here is touching, but I might be able to get the heat shield up a little bit and have that go through. It might be okay. We'll have to see about that. If it's too tight to the car, it's like rattling the entire car, we might have to, I say, either cut this and have someone weld in like a small section and bring this bend down just a little bit. That way it's not touching anymore, but it might be okay. Or I might need a whole new downpipe, but I think this one will work. Well, listen, if I want to cut it and bring it down, there's that option. Or if it works as is, that'd be great. Or possibly a new one, but we'll try it for now. As for the charge pipe here, I've been going through doing some cutting, some other such things. If you look, now it's going down, you can see it's connected there. I added a small metal section right in here, maybe 4 inches long, just so I can get the coupler, the 45, to connect. And now you can see it's sitting right over there. So next up we need to get the lower pipe to connect to that one over to the intercooler, and then just complete the entire system, and I think we'll be okay. So it's been about another hour or so. I am determined to make the side mount intercooler work. It's my end goal. I want it to work. I'm running into a slight issue right now. The hoses I have aren't quite right. I thought when I had the extension piece and the coupler and I had it down further, it would have been good, but the issue is I forgot the car needs to have axles, and the axle would run straight through here. When I had this all the way down here, it would have worked, probably that's great, but then I would have no passenger axles. So this pipe here cannot go any further than that mounting tab. Like, it has to stop right here, giving us plenty of room for the axle. Now, if I wasn't gonna have the car like lowered or air out, coming down a little bit would be okay. It would still be above the axle, but when we air out or it's low, I can have the axle rubbing on this, putting a hole in it. Not good. So 2 options we have to make this work. Right now I have a 45 up here. The 45 puts this, you can see the angle of this compared to the angle of that. It just does not match up. So what I need is an S pipe for this that comes down flat to match up to here, because I said this cannot go any further this way than right there. It fits here, but it has to stop right there. It's tight through here, but everything, once it's mounted, nothing should touch, that won't matter. So either S pipe right here off the charge pipe to connect to here and over, or they do sell a very long, it's kind of expensive, but they sell a very long section. It's like 1 meter of 2 1/4 silicone pipe. I can just go right from the charge pipe and make my own design all the way from there to here. And I can go up and keep it tight through here, and then put it straight up behind the block, and then over, keeping it out of the way of everything. So either 2 1/4 S curve to go from there over down to here, or I can order the 1 meter long section of 2 1/4 to go from the pipe all the way to here. It's kind of expensive. I haven't found a shorter one than 1 meter long yet, but I'm still looking. But the 2 options, I'm determined to make this work. Like, all this lines up nicely. I just can't go any farther this way than right there. Like, that's the max, because right now, if it stays here with the axle, and you can see where the axle is going to be, I'll have plenty of room to air out, do all that kind of stuff. I just can't have anything right here. And if you look from the top section, going down, kind of hard to tell in there, but if we do an S curve, so down a little bit, S over to this area, and then straight down, we'll be well in the clear, not by any axle, not by anything at all, and that's good. Or if I make my own, I'll just have it come like this and drop down. I'll have a little bracket over here somewhere, and then all the way to that. So those are my options. Like I said, I've been out here for quite a while trying to make everything work, because I'm determined to make the side mount work. Like, it's good. I just need one more piece back there to go through and get all done. If I had my own fabricator, this would be no problem. He can make me a custom charge pipe, S curve, all the fancy stuff, all the way to there, but it's just me. So gonna make this work some way, somehow. I have 2 good options, so not the end of the world. I think the downpipe itself off the turbo shall be fine. I looked at it under the car. I think it's gonna be okay, so that's good for the time being until we actually start the car and see how it sounds. And then other than that, once I finish this section through here, we can start wiring up the engine. Everything else is bolted up and good to go. So we're not too far off that first startup. I just want to get the turbo intercooler thing all situated, but we're looking pretty good. Also, talked to Greg a little bit. I didn't want to, but I might put the battery in the trunk just to keep this side cleared up, because the intake with this hose, if this hose wasn't here, I don't know, it might work. I don't know, I might leave the battery, I might not. It's up in the air still. I can move it forward a little bit or turn it sideways. It would be cleaner to have this side open and that side open, but again, I don't mind the battery in the bay. With a nice battery cover, doesn't bother me at all. But for space constraints over here, it would be nice to have all this real estate open back up, but we shall see on that. But it's like 11 o'clock at night, I think. It's very cold out here. Yeah, it's cold out here. So I'm gonna call it a night for now, do some searching, try and find the correct pipe I need to finish my intercooler setup. And then tomorrow I'll be back out here and hopefully try and get it started. Maybe if I can get that thing finished in the backside. I mean, I can start the car without having the intercooler done. I just can't obviously boost the car, not a big deal. So maybe try and go for our first startup Sunday. I'm off Sunday all day, so maybe try and knock out some wiring tomorrow, and then come Sunday, go for the first startup. All right, we're back. It's currently Sunday. Got some beautiful weather today. Yesterday on Saturday was freezing. Was not in the mood to do anything on the car, so did nothing yesterday. But the goal for today, by the end of today or tomorrow, is have our first startup with the 180, which we should be able to do. I got fuel today. I got oil today. All we need to do is get this portion of the engine harness back in the car, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug the fuel pump and the coil pack for the first one. Just crank it over, let the oil go through it a little bit. And then if all that sounds good, plug in the fuel pump, plug in the coil packs, and then hopefully it fires right up. Now I do wanna say the intercooler piping is not done yet. So for the first startup, there'll be no boost pressure, which isn't a problem. It's just the first startup. I just wanna hear it run. But I did order the section for down there. It should be here Monday or Tuesday. We can finish that up and then we'll have some actual boost pressure. But for the first startup, having that not complete won't be a big deal. All right, so let's grab this mess of wires over here, toss it back in the car, and hopefully we have a running car very shortly. I just gotta stop for 1 second because it's kind of crazy to think we are one wiring harness away from this thing being ready to run, which is wild, pending I did everything correct, which hopefully we did. Hopefully it's timed properly. I double, triple checked, so I think we got all this set good, but that's it. Once that is in there, like, it's crazy. We're so close. So a couple things before the wiring harness goes in. Intake manifold is now bolted up. You can see we have some nice shiny hardware down there, so that's good to go. Doing the fuel lines now. This will be our feed line from the black one over to here. And these fuel rails are actually marked. You can see arrow pointing that way for feed, and this one for return, so you can't really mix them up. So I have this one already done. We need one more for the return, and this will be good to go. Gonna get this stuff bolted back up or like tightened back down on the charge pipe. I'll toss those on to the heated core just so they're out of the way, and then that's everything I need to bolt up, and then it's wire harness time. So I finished the feed line here, and I remember something very important to do on the braided length of this. You look at the end right there, you can see how it's all like frayed. You can see it, and on that side as well. The best thing to do, heat shrink on the ends, makes it look a million times better. And once you clamp down, you won't see all of that frayed mess. I'll take this one back off and heat shrink this one as well, but it just makes the entire thing look that much better. So fuel lines are all nice and done. The heat shrink, definitely the move. I need a little bracket though to kind of hold them nice and neat like this, but that'll be later on. So these are done. All this is back on. I actually went through, you can see down there. All of the intercore piping is actually all together. Definitely not how it's gonna stay, but for now it's actually complete and there's no leaks, so that's good to go for the first startup. And now it's time for this. Buddy, we're close. We are getting very, very close. So you can see up here, all of this section's all wired up all the way down to the intercooler. All the coil packs are plugged in. All of this stuff is good to go. The next thing I'm doing right now is figuring out how I want to route the rest of the loom, because in the Mark IV, it goes across here this way up the waterfall that way. Now in Mark III, we don't quite have that. So my plan's going to be, I'm going to bring this entire loom down and run it the same way as where the power steering is. So probably end up like zip tying all this together so it's nice and tight, not in the way. But we're going to follow this back, and I'm going to cut up right here. I'm gonna pull this back off. I'm gonna route this section inside of this factory piece right here. There's a hole you can see right there. Same one I used for the VR5. You can see it's right there. So this will tuck into here, nice and hidden away, come out right there, and then bam, right at the ECU. And this will all be nice and clean back over here out of the way. And then this section will go to like the radiator fans, the plug-in for the starter down here, and like that kind of stuff that ties in over here as well. But it should be fairly clean. We'll have one section over here, one section down there, and that's it. But yeah, it's close. It's really, really close. It's so exciting. Whew. Not bad. I've been taking my time a lot down here, trying to route things the best way I possibly can, thinking about if I have to pull the engine out later. Just the easiest access to everything possible. Hopefully later on it pays off. Actually, hopefully I don't have to pull back out again, but if I do, I need to get down here and work on anything. Everything's like in front, hopefully I can get to it. And it's hopefully as easy as possible. I have to work on anything on the engine, but for the most part, everything's routed very nicely. You can get to everything, which is good. So I'm just gonna get the main harness here routed through and finished up. And I'll probably stop there tonight because Casey already went to bed and she wants to be here for the first startup. So wiring will be done tonight, and then come tomorrow, it's just fuel, oil, and that's it. She's ready to run. So close, very, very close. So it is currently 1:08 in the morning. I'm not really sure what I filmed last. I've just been out here, you know, little by little. It's always the last like 5-10% of an engine swap. Takes the longest time, especially with this one, just going through, making sure all the wires are where I want them, everything's clean and tucked away. Takes a while. I put things in, taking things back out, and it's gone through a whole bunch of stuff, getting it how I want it. Things I've done, slave cylinder is in down there. The line from the clutch master cylinder to here is now in. All that's set and good to go. I got these wires routed underneath this and back that way. I got to paint this still, disregard that for right now, but this is all routed up through here. This section down here, I got this all tucked away. You can see it runs like this with the power steering, and then back over there, which is super nice. What I'm doing right now, and I want to show this. This is like a secondary harness here that goes over to the alternator, the compressor, and that kind of stuff. When you use the one for the Mark IV, it's a little different than the Mark III, and what you have to do, same as the Savoy when I did that swap. This is the harness here. I've already secured it there, but it goes up and around, back through there to the alternator. This isn't hooked up because the car doesn't have AC. It's just there, so don't worry about that. But what you do, spot number, you can look at there, spot number 2, which is that one. I'm gonna cut this connector here off and put a little like slide-on pin. That's gonna go inside of here, connecting to number 2. That puts power to the alternator. If you wanna have this as well, I wanna say it's 3 and 4. You have to wire up some plugs for, but I don't need those ones. So this is gonna sit down just like this. This will go to that. And then this end over here normally goes to the Mark IV little black box in the engine bay. That screws down. What I did, I broke the little tab, took the nut off the end, which is this nut right there. I'm gonna drill this out a little bit, and this will go to the starter, bam, like so, and then all of that will be good to go. So harness wise, we're just about done. I mean, everything's plugged in. This is all ran. Everything right here is plugged in. We have our positive. We will have our negative, which is somewhere. Did I lose it? Negative, negative. Where'd it go? I had it. This one? No. Where'd it go? I just had it. Oh, this one. Negative's here. Got to run that this way, but that's already grounded over there. That's good to go. This is the last bit of harness to plug it over here, and then that will be everything. Everything, everything, everything. Ready for the first start tomorrow. Like I said, this portion of the engine swap takes a lot of time. Well, I mean, for me, it takes a lot of time. If you don't care about painting anything, how the wires are routed, any of that kind of stuff, and you just slap it all in, it's actually pretty quick. But for me to go through and take my time, make sure everything is routed exactly how I want it. I mean, also we went through and painted. I did new hose clamps and everything because I didn't like the rusty ones. There's just a lot of stuff that I've gone through and changed and did just because I want it that certain way. This can be done much faster than how I'm doing it. But again, it's just me. Like I said, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's freezing in here, but you know, just trying to get it done. And honestly, I don't mind these nights. I'm out here just chilling by myself, hanging out and getting things done. So doing pretty good. I'm gonna get this last little bit right here done. Have the battery set in, probably put the front end back on to set in place, and then come tomorrow, it's running time. And I just hope, please be good to go. Like I said, it's my first 1.8T. I think we did everything right, I hope. But that first startup, always a little bit stressful, making sure everything was, you know, done properly, but I think we've done this thing pretty well so far. All right, final update. It is 2:02 in the morning. We are done for today. Tomorrow is first startup day. Honestly, I'd probably try it right now, but Casey wanted to be here for it, so tomorrow we'll go for the first startup. But, whoo, baby, she's looking so good. And the wiring, honestly, for not being like a shaved bay, like a wire tuck, super clean. Everything goes down right through there, underneath, under this little bit, and then back through. It's clean. It's OEM plus-ish. Very, very clean. I like it. I like it. Everything's looking good. Need a clamp for these to hold them nice, but not bad. Gonna paint that tomorrow. But yeah, tomorrow this thing should live. Oh, tomorrow this thing should live. Let's go. I just checked the weather. It's currently 26 degrees, and I've been out here for hours just going at it. My hands have been numb for a long time. Toes have been numb for a long time, but we've just been working. It's all paying off. These late nights, these freezing nights, it's all paying off. But with that, I will see you guys in the morning. All right, my friends. This is it. Day 3. Got to put oil in the car, fuel in the car, steal the battery out of the GTX, need a fresh one, and then that's it. We hop in, turn the key, and go for that first start, and hopefully it's just that easy. All right, she is officially full of oil for the first time in forever, so that's good. Let's check our level and make sure we're good. Don't spill. Where we at? Look at that. Right in the middle. Perfect. So oil level's good. We'll do the fuel next. Also, I'm gonna get a billet one of these. Haven't got it yet, but this will be swapped out to match like these pieces. This will go away eventually. All right, next up, we need some fuel in the tank, and also gotta get back here and hook up the fuel pump and the lines all down under there. I wonder if there's enough room to open the hatch. There is. And the wall's like, there might be. Let's try it. This car isn't moving forever. Ooh, look at that. Nice little spoiler back there. Not bad. Okay, is there enough room to open this? Oh, it's kind of sketchy. Ooh, where's the wall? Oh, we're good. Plenty of space. Nothing to worry about. This got a good hatch on it. Look at that. Wow. That's impressive. Look at the struts. All right, so we'll go from this side. Bam. So hook up our turn and our send line, and I'll plug it in, and then this will be done. Oh yeah. Drink up, little Pink Floyd. The last time I put gas in this car was at the junkyard like a year and a half ago, or the first time we started it, but now, for the second time coming to life, she's getting fueled up. Fuel pump back there is all done. We'll plug it in afterwards. Oh, this is so exciting. Number 2 going in. So we have 4 gallons of fuel. Double check there's not a puddle on the ground. We are good. Always gotta check there's nothing leaking. So fuel's good, oil's good. Now, stealing the battery. Yes. Let me get that battery. Let me steal this from you. Yes. Now the Pink Floyd can live. So when I say there's literally always something that happens in an engine swap, I mean it, because this whole section should be there, my starter. But as I was tightening this one down, not even super tight, just, you know, snug, the whole thing cracks off. Why? Like, I have another starter, but like, why? Why? There's no need for that. That is so annoying, dude. Just so, you know, today was supposed to be the easiest day. Gas in the tank, oil in there, battery, crank it a few times, and then let it run. Super simple. Then I broke the starter. So new starter, swapped in, good to go. No more broken top piece like that one has. And then I don't know what happened. I like lean over and I snapped this sensor. So you see, this is supposed to be on there. I leaned over like this. I don't even know what I did. Snapped the whole top of the sensor off. So that's gone. I'm gonna pull the one off the spare engine, slap it on here, and then at that point, pending nothing else breaks, we're good to go. Look at this. The last, you know, the last 5% always takes the longest. Always just dumb things that happen. I've never seen the top of a starter just snap off before. We're so close. I just want to hear it run. We're close. We're so close. I really, really hope this is the last broken thing today. I don't want to fix anything else, replace anything else. Nothing. Okay, there's that. All snapped and broken. Last piece. Be the last piece, please. Okay, finally, we are here. Everything is hooked back up. That's fixed. This is fixed. Battery's hooked up. Coil packs are unplugged. Fuel pump is unplugged. We should be able to hop in the car now. And I should have power, lights, and that kind of stuff. Let's double check. Oh, whoop. I see brake lights already because the hatch is open. So we got power to the car, which is good. Which is very good. Yeah, we got a light. Oh, we got a light in the car. How sick. My gauge looks a bit crazy. You can see like the clock side going kind of bad, but it's okay. 122 on the clock. Super low miles in this car. Just want to turn this now. Let's see. I heard it tick. Listen to it again. Ready? And click. Very nice. So it should crank over. I didn't miss anything, right? So we have oil in the car. No coolant yet. Don't need that right now. No power steering, don't need that right now. Fuel in the tank, but unplugged. We should be good just to crank over. Here we go. All right. So, oh, it turned. Battery might be kind of dead, but it did turn. Let's try again. There we go. Now, that starter I pulled off it's been sitting over there for a long time. Might not be the greatest starter, but it is working, and the car just turned over, so Whew. As I'm gonna do a few more of those, get everything primed, get oil up to the head, hopefully oil to the turbo, and then we'll connect the fuel pump, connect the coil packs, and then, I mean, with the cranking like that, it should turn right on. Let's try it again. So, same thing. I am curious, so I have no lights on the dash here. Maybe I missed something down there, but let's try again. Just crank over. Not bad. Now, I do hear a loud kind of thump sound, but that might be because of these solid mounts, maybe? I mean, I doubt it's the engine itself. So I'm gonna do a few more times like that. I'm gonna crank it over, let oil get through the entire thing, and then we'll plug it up and see if she starts. All right, let's get back here. Let's grab this. Fuel pump engaged. Let's get all the coil packs here plugged in. Number 2, number 3, and number 4. So, fuel pump is on. Coil packs are on. Cranked over fine. Here we go, boys. I guess this is guess this is it. This is it. All right, my friends. This is it. Moment of truth. Oh, a little bit nervous here, boys. A little bit nervous, but I think we're okay. So, I hear the fuel pump kick on, which is awesome. It'll probably take us a couple cranks, get some fuel pressure to the rail, and then hopefully after that, it should just be on. Oh boy, okay. Whew, I'm a bit nervous here. Here we go. Now let's try again. Get that pressure built up in the rail up there. Okay, a little bit of rev there. Might have a leak somewhere, but oh, it started. And all I heard was turbo. That was sick. Let's do it again. Okay, here we go. Woo, okay. Calm, baby. Maybe once it runs for a minute, the idle come back down. I don't want it just to go revving to the moon. It is kind of late, but you know what? We're still out here doing our thing. Here we go. So it seems like, well, one, it runs and sounds kind of cool, a little poppy, a little smoky too. Hasn't ran in a long time. It seems like it's searching. I have the math plugged in, correct? All right, so math, yes, math's plugged in. This is all plugged in. This is all plugged in. We'll have to go through and do some like searching, but hey, it runs. Oh, it runs. And now that it has pressure, it like cranks one time, starts right up. Oh, what a relief. So I gotta figure out why it's idling a bit rough. Maybe, like I said, it might be searching, hasn't ran in a long time, but math's plugged in. This might also be, or math not plugged in. No, math's plugged in, math's plugged in, it's down there. This might be the wrong math. Maybe I grabbed the wrong one. I have a handful out here. Maybe I grabbed the wrong math. Let me swap this out for one I have in the back of the car that I know came from 18T. This might be the wrong math. I mean, it fits, but maybe this was the wrong one by chance. I'll try that. These seem to be fine. I'll make sure those are all the way down. Spark plugs are tight. Oh, it runs. Make sure these are all tight. Check for leaks. Nothing down here. That's good. All right. Oh, first startup successful. Bit of a rough idle, but hey, it runs. Oh, it runs. Let's go. Actually, just remembered I didn't plug in either one of the O2 sensors. Before I swap the MAF out, that should be fine, I think. These must get plugged in. Now this might be kind of tight because that's kind of tight to the car. Hopefully it still fits, but I need to plug these in. So that's probably our issue why it's searching so much. Let me get these plugged in real fast. I gotta figure out how to get down there and get it all plugged in. But after that, we'll start it again and see if this is our issue. So I've got the O2 sensors plugged in right there. We have our high flow catch. We're gonna get down up under here and get plugged into the downpipe right up there. and then this will sleeve on and plug in right there. And hopefully after that, the car doesn't search anymore, and it's good to go. All right, so we're gonna do one final startup or maybe a couple more. I got the O2 sensors mostly plugged in. This aftermarket downpipe has the ports for the O2 sensors further back than stock. So the wiring for the stock O2 sensors isn't quite long enough. I got the one before the cap plugged in, which is this one here. We can see how tight that is. This one is one after the cap. It's in the cap, but the cap's not actually on the exhaust because it's not long enough. So we might have an issue. It might run smoother. We'll have to see. But those are plugged in. It should be hopefully better now. I didn't swap out this yet. This should be fine. I think that was our issue, but we'll see here in just a second. All right, what are we gonna get on this one? Let's see. All right, so still searching like crazy, but holy crap, there's so much turbo noise. Right now the car is just open downpipe, but just all of the turbo. But yeah, the car is searching like crazy. Can't find a steady idle. Also, I think I noticed, I don't think I have tack up here. Let me double check. I don't think I did. All right, so it's moving a little tiny bit, but it should be up at about 1,000 or jumping up and down. But it's not. Also, you can see I put on earlier, the clock side's kind of like messing up. So maybe, I mean, this side's good, but maybe the cluster's not right. Let me see if no, I don't have fuel either. So either I'm missing down here, which I really hate to have missing down there. But on the bright side, the car runs, sounds pretty cool. Definitely way too loud. I want to tone that down for sure. I'll get the exhaust finish all the way back to the Remus, but car sounds kind of cool as is right now. It does run, starts right up, no problem. Seems to run smooth minus the massive idling issue. I said it might be the math. It could be because I don't have both O2 sensors plugged in. Could be a bunch of various reasons now dealing with a turbo car versus an NA car. But either way, it runs. Been a long few days, a bunch of late nights, a bunch of cold nights. But hey, the car starts, it runs. Whew, not too bad. Actually, I might go back and unplug the O2 sensors again because the car actually just ran longer and didn't idle quite as crazy with those off, and just do one more and let it run just a little tiny bit and see what it does. And then I'll probably call it a night after that. So I went ahead and unplugged the O2 sensors and I swapped out the MAF. The car still did the same thing, still idling up super high. Really no difference. And I realized I never put this one that goes from the intake manifold back to the brake booster on. So that's a massive leak right there. So I'm gonna put this one on real fast, plug those back in, keep the first MAF I think I put on there, I'll put the first MAF back on, and then at that point I think it should be smooth. I mean, this is just a massive leak. I could just cap this, but I'll do it right, put this on, and then see what it does. So this is it, last one of the night. Sensors back there, plugged back in, original MAF back in. This, no more leak up here, and everything else like good, capped. This is capped. I don't believe there's any other, capped. Those are all tight. This is tight, this is tight, this is tight. I don't believe we should have any more leaks anywhere, hopefully. But yeah, one last startup. Wish us luck. Last one of the night. Come on, baby. Give me a smooth idle. Give me a smooth idle, please. That's all I want. Whew, here we go. Yes! Let's go! Yeah, buddy! Let's go. All the turbo. All right, let's go ahead and cut that. It's really loud. Wow, it's loud. People say the turbo's also like a muffler. Not on this one with this 3-inch downpipe. This thing is so loud. But yo, starts right up. Now there's not a massive leak on the intake. Idle's no problem. Whew, feels good. Feels good. Let's go. First 180. Not too bad. Not too bad. Also, I did hear a slight like metal sound. What that was is because I have this all together, but I meant to move and I totally forgot. The mid pipe down there is actually touching. Oh yeah, it scratched it up. Dang it. Home time to show you the wheels back on, but yeah, that was my bad. So yeah. Sorry, New Speed. Yeah, I toasted. Okay. I meant to put a thing. So I said this isn't the final one. It was supposed to be over like this, and it was like that and touching, and oh. It's my bad. That's my bad. Well, is what it is. Hopefully my new piping will be here tomorrow. We can make this proper. Oh, I'm sorry, New Speed. Scratched up the pulley. You know what, little Sharpie? Take care of that, no problem. But on the bright side, she runs. Literally starts right up. Idle's great. Whew. We did it, boys. We did it. I don't ask for it often, but if you could, leave a like on the video if you're excited for the Pink Floyd. For the 180, she's alive, she's running, still a lot of work to do in the car, just to button everything out. We still need the rest of the body kit, wheels. I mean, you guys know the deal, but she's running, right? She's running, and hey, she's running. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Actually, no, let's do, well, no, I gotta fix that. I was gonna do one more startup, but the pipe's rubbing. I don't want to destroy everything, so we're gonna end on a good note. Idle's good, runs good, she's looking good. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace. Wait, we're back. I spaced it out with the a piece of the hammer handle, so now plenty of room, not touching. I gotta do one more startup. I just want to hear the turbo some more. It sounds so cool. Just last one. Last one. This one's for you guys. Last one for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys tomorrow. Woo! Peace. Yo, hold on. One more thing. So this entire time I've been saying this car has been about a year since I pulled the engine out. It's been actually way faster than that. I went back to my videos. We pulled the engine out of the Pink Floyd 8 months ago. June 1st, the engine came out, and now here we are. It is what? February 28th? Yeah, February 28th, and she runs again. 8 months. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I thought I was taking a really, really long time, but I don't know. 8 months, I think, to get to this point on a normal budget where you can't just blow all your money immediately, and I have no like shop mechanics. It's just pretty much me out here doing this. I think 8 months to get to this point, not bad. Just want to add that because I thought it took way longer for this. And I look back like, oh, 8 months. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, now, bye.